Hello, this video is about the NHS. The truth. What happened to me with a bad leg. The situation is for over a year I had terrible leg pain. I was having to repeatedly stop when I was walking to alleviate the pain until the pain went away before I could continue to walk again. I went to see a GP 3 times about this, and all she did was give me painkillers, ibuprofen. After that year had passed, I went to see another GP, and they said, "Haven't you had a scan?" I said, "No, I haven't had a scan at all." So this GP arranged that to be sent to Down Valley Hospital, and a reply came back saying they need more information before they're willing to give me a scan. At that point, this GP was annoyed. She was trying to say, "Look, there's cutbacks and all this kind of thing." I said, "Well, what about my leg?" So she said, "Right, okay then, I'll have to arrange for you to go to the hospital at Bath Street, Gravesend, and have physio," which in fact is just a routine you have to go through of standing on one leg and one thing or another. So the guy that did that said, "Come back in 6 weeks." So I came back 6 weeks later, put me through this routine again, and I basically had to put his arm up his back to get a referral for Down Valley. 2 months went past, I heard nothing. I go back up to Gravesend Hospital, Bath Street, and challenge them, and I said, "Oh, sorry, we haven't sent the letter off yet." So they sent the letter off. I let her come back again to the GP saying that they still need more evidence that there's a problem. So what happened then, we decided to do a Doppler test on me, which is to take the pulse in both legs to see if there's a difference. All of this has taken a long time. So they did the test and found there was a problem. So then, after another long period of time of waiting, I go to Down Valley, and they do a scan, and they find out that I do have a problem indeed. Then there were several appointments and a considerable wait, where I ended up at St Thomas's Hospital in London, where I went and had a 5-hour surgery to correct the problem. When they did that, one of the people involved in the operation came in to see me and said, "There has been some problems. One, we found a blood clot in your leg, and 2, something went wrong and I had to put a patch on as well." But when I left the hospital, there was no recording at all on the paperwork of the patch or the blood clot. They had done a good job, St Thomas's Hospital, that's a fact. But I had to go back for another procedure the following year, because the operation itself was in 2013. So in 2014 I had to go back for another procedure, because there was still a problem occurring later on, which seemed to be the same problem, but in fact looking back, I think that it was actually a new problem in the same area, but I'm no expert. So all I can say is after this procedure, the problem went away. With that procedure, I wasn't happy at all. They made me wait 7 hours in a waiting room. The behaviour of the staff was such that it was very questionable. And one has to ask myself the question, why did this all occur? Why didn't I just be sent for a scan? Well, the only answer I can come up with is that I wasn't believed. That I had to go through all that hell because they didn't believe that I was telling the truth about the problems I was having with the leg. On top of that, there has been other problems down at Valley with other issues where the procedures weren't correct. I definitely needed x-rays and they were not given. I had suggested them, and the person I saw with one particular issue said she didn't think that an x-ray was necessary, and it certainly was. But that's another story for another time. So the other thing I would like to flag, another issue, is A&E. Like, you know, it is a disaster. Sure, I know there's lots of people in the hospitals working hard and nobody's saying they're not. There's a lot of good nurses and a lot of good doctors. That's a fact. Like, you know, but in A&E everything seems to be very, very slow. Like as if the people working in A&E have got all the time in the world. It's definitely a problem. That's about it. That's all I've got to say for now. Thank you.